With more than 80% of the ocean still unexplored, we can't say for certain what more lies beneath.
Well, scientists have discovered a silly-looking creature in the Indian Ocean. I hope you have a picture. This is a giant siphonophore, and it's closely related to the jellyfish.
From terrifying titans to scary small anomalies and creatures expert in shapeshifting. There is a whole new world of species that will leave you wondering what else is hidden below. Sunfish. Marine biologists couldn't believe their luck when they were called in to examine this gigantic sunfish that was found unexpectedly inside a tuna fishing net off the coast of Suta. Named for its extraordinarily huge body, it looked very different from fish we normally see. The behemoth broke the 1,000 kilo scale and had to be carried with a crane. 3.2 meters long and 2.9 meters wide, this fish became the record catch of the region. After examination of the giant, it was released back to its home. This, however, wasn't the only time this mammoth fish made an appearance. People on a tour boat in Nova Scotia were surprised when this pale sunfish was seen floating on the surface, probably up basking in the sunlight.
Oh my God, it's huge!
Floating sea creature. ROVs never cease to amaze us with glimpses of all kinds of creatures we could have never imagined existed. Just like this one here. This thing left scientists scratching their heads, unable to identify it. And I'm not even sure if it was an actual living creature or some sort of debris, because it didn't appear to make any move and simply drifted with the current. With its massive puckered mouth and a large head, it looked nothing short of alien. Japanese spaghetti monster.
Well, scientists have discovered a silly-looking creature in the Indian Ocean. I hope you have a picture. This is a giant siphonophore.
Back in 1991, a Japanese ROV discovered one of the most chilling species in the deep sea anyone had ever seen. The best way to describe this thing would be a mass of spaghetti all tangled together with what looks like glowing eyes. And if you're thinking this is an alien from Mars, you'd be wrong, because this is a type of siphonophore, which are colonial. That means all those tangled strands are individual organisms, tasked with different functions working as one. The deeper we go, the crazier it gets. UFO fish? This giant dome-shaped thing with thin string-like tentacles surrounding its body was captured during a research project in Suruga Bay, Japan. As the clip ended up on the internet, people started giving their own theories, with many saying it looked like a UFO, and it became popular as the UFO fish. In fact, this was a kind of deep-sea jellyfish. It sure has some bizarre looks. Is it just me, or does marine animals start looking weirder as we go deeper? Wolfish.
They're like a dog.
Next on the list is a fish that will either make you want to go catch it or swear off fishing altogether. This bizarre swimmer with sinister looks is definitely up to no good. Just see how its sharp teeth busted the soda can. And that's not it. Another clip surfaced online showing that even after its head is separated from its body, the lethal bite is still there. Imagine getting your hand in its mouth. It wouldn't end well, that's for sure. And for people wondering, it's a wolfish, a sneaky predator with no lack of energy or food.
They're like a dog.
Underwater creature.
A mysterious sea creature was just spotted off the coast of North Carolina.
This clip of a slithery creature seen off the coast of North Carolina caused quite a stir online, as people thought Scotland's legendary Loch Ness monster was on a tour to the US. Witnesses said its looks resembled a dinosaur,
quick, and I said, "Oh my gosh, it's kind of like we saw a dinosaur,"
which fueled a flurry of speculation. When a wildlife expert clarified that the creature was likely just a smaller whale briefly surfacing.
This was just a classic appearance of a smaller whale just coming to the surface briefly,
with its blowhole and flukes visible. Many were still not convinced, and it's still considered a sighting of the legendary creature. Amidst all the conflicting opinions, the true identity of the creature underwater has remained a mystery.
Animals coming to the surface for only a second or two, and they see, what did I see? And they see it a second or two, and all of a sudden their imagination starts getting bigger and bigger, and all of a sudden it's the Loch Ness monster!
Albino dolphin. A tourist visiting Clearwater, Florida, was exploring on a marine vessel, and the expedition turned into a sighting of a very special creature. Recording on camera, the woman spotted a small pod of dolphins swimming close to their boat. Everything seemed normal until she spotted an unusually pale, small, juvenile dolphin pass by. An albino dolphin, a sight rare enough to leave the internet frenzied. The woman definitely got a heck of a story to tell. That too, with proof. Aquatic encounter. A group of visitors to an aquatic park encountered something out of this world. As their boat passed from a tunnel, they noticed something tailing them. Their camera captured this strange human-like creature swimming underwater. No visible features. It looked like the cryptid didn't want to be seen. Now internet folks are speculating that the stalking being was a part of the ride. However, others argued it could be some unknown creature lurking in the unattended water. Mosasaurus. Mosasaurus was a marine reptile that lived almost 82 to 66 million years ago, with the biggest specimen we found measuring up to 17 meters in length. And I mean, there's no way this massive predator would still be roaming our water bodies, right? Well, it seems like that could be a possibility, as a terrifying clip from an oil rig camera has recently surfaced on the internet. The video featured a gigantic reptilian creature gliding through the deep waters, leading many to believe that the Mosasaurus has come back to life. Netizens speculate that the mad scientists have finally succeeded in cloning the animal through fossils. But skeptics aren't convinced, calling it a hoax. Sea frisbee.
Well, I'm not going in case it's like some giant sea moss monster or something.
Seeing something giant while you're out in the middle of nowhere sounds like a nightmare. Well, two friends experienced this during their ocean venture. A giant circle emerged on the surface of water. As it floated, moved around, and bubbled water in the middle, the guys thought it was alive.
I think it's alive.
But they didn't dare to get too close to it. When the footage ended up online, many compared it to a giant frisbee. Someone revealed that it was sea moss, a type of algae that grows along the rocky parts of the Atlantic coasts.
Well, I'm not going in case it's like some giant sea moss monster or something.
The Mermaid mystery. Two submarine crew members were working in their small submarine in the Greenland Sea when something caught their attention. At one point in the clip, a webbed hand suddenly appeared in one of the windows, and just as the men turned around to inspect it, the creature ran away. However, its face was caught on camera before it escaped, leaving people to speculate what those alien-looking features meant. No human could survive this deep into the sea, leaving people to believe that it was a mermaid attracted by the submarine's lights. Sentient blanket. If a blanket could swim underwater, this is how it would look. An underwater camera shocked people around the world when it captured this bizarre creature. It was hard to describe its shape as it continued to morph and expand, leaving netizens stumped as they scrambled to come up with some kind of explanation. But as it turned out, it was actually a blanket octopus. Here's how these extremely rare creatures normally look. And they even come in rainbow versions. Pretty cool, right? Possible UFO? Who's to say skies are the only place aliens can be found? Because this video definitely suggests otherwise. Deep in the ocean off the coast of Senriku, Japan, an ROV captured an incredible moment. It was recording a marine animal when suddenly a flash of light zipped behind it. It was so bright and so fast that it's hard to imagine that it was just another aquatic creature. Marine biologists speculated that it might be a jet-propelling squid known to move at an incredible speed and which also displays bioluminescence at times, creating this blurry flash of light. Netizens, however, were unconvinced, theorizing that it was either an underwater drone or maybe even alien tech. Shape-shifting creature. Now, let's have a look at this very bizarre clip that changed how we see the deep oceanic life. Looking like some kind of symbol at first, it suddenly transformed into a black dot, only to change into this floppy thing. This shape-shifting creature is a black comb jellyfish, and the straight patterns you see shining along its body is its body's ability of bioluminescence. As no sunlight reaches these depths, every creature is responsible for themselves to create light and survive. Not only is this jellyfish amazing, it has captivated the attention of worldwide experts. Water dragon. Dragons are considered to be mythological creatures, with most sightings dismissed as rumors. But what if I told you a real-life water dragon was captured on camera? Somewhere around the coastal region, a huge creature that resembled the mythical beast was found gliding through the water. The massive creature looked daunting this up close with its long neck and giant horned head. However, the authenticity of the video has yet to be confirmed, as skeptics have brushed it off as an edited clip. But believers, on the other hand, were convinced that this was the ancient mythical dragon that had finally woken up from its long slumber. With more than 70% of the Earth's oceans unexplored, who knows what's lurking down there? Giant isopod. If you have a fear of cockroaches, you might want to skip this one, because the giant isopod, deep in the ocean, looks exactly like an oversized molting roach, measuring up to 1.5 feet in length and weighing around 3.5 pounds. It was discovered in 1879 by French scientists in the Gulf of Mexico. These scary-looking creatures hang out in the deepest and darkest parts of the ocean, about 7,000 feet down. And although they are considered harmless, they aren't to be messed with, as it looks like even sharks don't stand a chance against them. Mermaid sighting. While on patrol in the open sea, Taiwanese Navy sailors witnessed something out of the ordinary. A strange figure seemed to swim underwater. Watching from a distance, they couldn't figure out what it was. Reporting the clip, the internet bursted with a lot of speculation. Some thought it was some marine creature. Others entertained the idea of a sea monster making an unexpected appearance. To this day, we have no confirmed answer as to what this swimmer was. marine alien. This is probably the closest you'll get to seeing an alien-like creature online. Found at the docks in Kiel, northern Germany by port workers, the strange creature looked like a mix between a worm and floating intestines. It was captured and taken to the IFM Geomar Institute for study, but its identity remains unclear. Some believe it could be a new species of worm, a marine parasite, or simply the floating intestines of some animal. Interestingly, back in 2011, Swedish researchers discovered a saucer-like object in the same sea. Could these bizarre finds be connected? What do you think? Elusive black dragonfish. No, this clip isn't from a horror movie, but comes from our very own ocean. And this nightmarish-looking creature is a very rare glimpse of the elusive black dragonfish that resides in the darkest parts of the ocean, where it's almost invisible thanks to its jet-black skin. This one was recently spotted 29 feet deep in the Monterey Bay area. This deep where prey is scarce, this stealthy monster has a trick up its sleeve, or rather under its chin, where it hangs a glowing organ to attract prey. Underwater tinkerbell? Japan's waters are truly mysterious, and recently an ROV discovered a truly bizarre creature deep in the ocean. Initially, marine biologists thought it was a species of jellyfish, but the strange entity had long tentacles with oval-shaped structures at the ends, which it moved like boat oars. This remarkable find baffled experts worldwide, having never seen anything like it before. People who watched the video were awestruck by the graceful movements of the new deep-sea animal, calling it a mythical creature. Mysterious face. A Japanese research team found this during their research of the deep sea. They captured this bizarre face, seemingly staring at them in the water, staying eerily still, with big blue eyes and a huge mouth. It looked like it jumped out of some horror skit. No one's been able to tell if it's a creature or something else. However, Japanese locals think it could be a sighting of a mythical creature Ningen. Here's another clip that people believe could be another sighting of the creature. The camera was only able to capture a fleeting glimpse of a pair of glowing eyes against the dark backdrop. Do you think there's some creature from legends in the depths of seas, or netizens are just getting the wrong idea? Deep sea ninja? Have you heard of Ningen, a humanoid sea creature in Japanese folklore thought to roam the ocean depths? There have been countless rumors about people witnessing the mythical beast, but no one has ever managed to capture it on camera until now. Diving deep into the ocean to study marine life, the submarine crew members spotted something strange in the distance. Thinking it was another submarine, they approached it, but were gravely mistaken. It was a massive humanoid creature with extremely long limbs, just floating there, and then vanished without trace, leaving the crew members stumped. Let me know what you think of this clip in the comments. Barreleye. Have you ever seen a fish that looks like it swam straight out of a sci-fi movie? This is the Barreleye fish, also known as the Macropinna microstoma. Its unique half-robot, half-fish looks are due to the depths of the ocean they are found in, which is super deep, like 2,000 to 2,800 feet down. It was first discovered in 1939, but they only managed to take a photo of it in 2004. The Monterey Bay Aquarium Research Institute spotted it, and it has a see-through, domed head and tubular eyes. Even though it's a bit creepy, it's a great example of the incredible species living in the depths of the ocean. Tripod fish. Among all the crazy creatures in the dark depths of the ocean is this bizarre walking fish, commonly known as the tripod fish, thanks to its stilts-like fins. It remains perched on its slender legs at the bottom of the ocean, waiting for prey. Living 6,000 meters below the surface of the water, they are practically blind due to the dark environment. But they make up for that with their fins that they use to feel vibrations in order to catch their prey. So, what do you think of these curious-looking fish? Deep sea mermaid. A scuba diver's GoPro captured a shocking sight deep within the ocean, and you have to agree that this is one of the clearest footage of the elusive, mythical creature. The mermaid swam calmly, as if unaware of the diver's presence, who claimed that he crossed paths with the mermaid not once, but several times during his underwater adventure. As the clip blew up online, netizens were split in their opinions. While some believed this was a genuine sighting, claiming they've seen similar beings, others thought it was staged and the diver was in on it. What's your take on this one? Half-eaten survivors. Think about resilient creatures. Fish wouldn't be your first thought, but looks like they've got the most spirit. See this fish missing a chunk of its body swimming around as if nothing happened. Bitten off by some predator? This one surely hasn't lost its will. Here's another one with half of the body gone. It's still alive, working its gills to the fullest. And it's not just small fish. A shark was seen missing a part of its middle and still going around. Turns out fish can survive even after losing half their bodies. But not for long. Their slow speed makes them easy targets for predators. Demogorgon. What if the creatures we think are fictional actually do exist in real life? Something like this happened to a fisherman. This eerie, demonic-looking fish was caught in Japan, where it's commonly known as the Japanese alien fish, or devil's pet fish. Many netizens think it resembles the baby Demogorgon from Stranger Things. Its sharp, menacing teeth are enough to make anyone want to keep their distance. But in Japan, it's a popular delicacy. So, would you dare to try this nightmarish fish? Squid. How about a deep-sea creature giant enough to make a grown man feel like a miniature? Here you have it. This is a bigfin squid, better known as the eerie alien-like creature. No wonder I was always scared of squids. The experts who recorded it measured the squid to be around 20 feet long, with the tentacles stretching to around 15 to 20 times the length of the body. Now imagine the amount of ink this one can eject. Probably enough to fulfill our ink needs for quite some time. Giant sea spider. If you think you'll be safe from spiders in water, well, you've got another thing coming. Not only are there spiders in water, these are giant ones. This pale tentacled thing is a marine spider. Can you imagine seeing this on a swim? Although they live deep in water, they can come to the surface as well. This here is my reason to stay away from oceans and deep seas. Tentacled horror. A deep-sea expedition off Nankai Trough captured this weird-looking creature swimming away in the water. Flailing its tentacles for a while, it made a safe landing on the ground and rooted into the ground like a flower. Seeing this bunch of moving tentacles, it could easily be confused as an alien creature. But experts pointed out that it was a crinoid, a kind of deep-sea creature. They usually remain attached to the seafloor, like this one recorded during an expedition off Sanriku. Cornet fish. Check out what this fisherman managed to catch. A tall, slender fish with a long snout and a small mouth. Its body had red spots, and a thin, filament-like structure trailed from the end. As the fisherman proudly showed his unusual find, people were left guessing its identity. Eventually, someone identified it as a cornet fish, a species known for its distinctive long body. Oarfish. When news of a sea monster being caught spread, locals turned up to the Chilean port to take a look. A crane hook was lowered into the water, and this silvery giant emerged. Measured to be about 16 feet long, it turned out to be an oarfish. Although, not everyone would be mesmerized to see this huge catch, as they are considered a bad omen for tsunamis and earthquakes in Japanese folklore. Humo-fish. A fish found in China might look ordinary at first, but if you take a closer look, you'll see that its face looks eerily human. Like, the guy who found it recorded its clip and caused a frenzy online. While some people suggested that the fish's humanoid feature might just be an illusion, other folks thought of bizarre experimentation to make fish human hybrids. However, I'd like to know what you guys think of this Humo-fish. Gigantic shark. A Japanese marine biology team captured the largest shark ever recorded. This massive creature boasted rows of 17-centimeter fangs and measures between 18 to 20 meters in length. Some even believed this animal might be the legendary megalodon. The megalodon was one of the most furious predators of the prehistoric seas. While science is almost certain it went extinct, some theories suggested it could still be lurking in the depths. If it's true, this discovery could rewrite what we know about our oceans. What do you think? Could the megalodon still be out there? Alien sea jelly. Now tell me if this doesn't look like a high-tech alien pod to you. This bizarre creature is actually a type of jelly named Lampoctis, also commonly known as the bloody belly comb jelly. It typically feeds on small bioluminescent marine animals, which makes its belly glow after eating them. But its deep red color camouflages the light in order to stay hidden from predators. Its most interesting feature is the shimmering comb lights. They are actually hair-like structures called cilia, which move rhythmically, creating that glimmering effect. Lizardfish. It seems like the ocean has its own version of lizards, known as the deep-sea lizardfish. This ROV footage shows how these terrifying creatures lie in wait for their prey to pass by, so they could trap them in their razor-sharp teeth. The bizarre species was first discovered in 1878 by a British zoologist and are believed to grow a staggering 2 feet in length. Imagine giant lizards! Spooky, right? But luckily for us, they live 3,000 to 8,000 feet below surface level. Remora fish. These clips of a fish clinging to this guy's face, this one's back, and anywhere they can get on, have been going around online for a while now. Stuck like they've been glued on. While it might look like some new species, it's actually a Remora fish, known for the unique suctioning organ under its head that allows it to attach itself to other fish. These fish have a purpose for these suctioning plates. Due to their small size, they can't travel long distances, so they use them to attach to bigger fish and get to places they can't on their own. Not only that, when these big fish feast, these remoras get to eat some of it. Mystery in net. This fisherman's net brought up something unexpected. Instead of the usual fish, he was puzzled by a massive creature with white and yellow patterns on its skin. The giant creature moved slowly in the net, leaving everyone guessing what it could be. Some kind of aquatic giant, or something we had no idea about. The fisherman himself was unsure what he had caught. As one of the guys tried pushing it out of the net, it suddenly escaped. If you have any ideas, share them in the comments. Resurrected fish. A guy found this huge pile of fish, all dried up. You'd think they have passed away. Well, this guy's in for quite a surprise. As soon as he poured some water on the dry fish's mouth, it moved. What is that? How did it move, and did it come back to life? Before you go making up crazy theories, let me break it to you that this is actually the pleco fish, and amazingly, they are able to stay alive without water, kind of like hibernation. And when exposed to water, they come back to life. If only we humans were able to pull off something like this. Mystery aquatic creature.
What is it? What the actual hell is this?
A guy found this in a small water creek. A small, odd-looking creature seemed to be in a tug-of-war with another flappy one. Its features were hard to tell at first, but then its small, rat-like body with a long tail came into view. Its identity a mystery. Folks online suggested it was an olm, a tiny, pale salamander. But judging by its looks, the explanation seemed unlikely. What do you think?
What is it? What the actual hell is this?
Basket star. Out in the ocean, you never know what you might encounter. And this clip is proof. This family's fishing trip was interrupted when this bizarre-looking creature came up to their boat. No distinct features, just a huge mess of wriggling small tentacles. No one on board knew what it was. Posting the clip online, they found out that it was a basket starfish. Living on the ocean floor at incredible depths, it's rare to see them up and out of the water. Despite their unusual looks, they are pretty harmless. Biggest squid. A team of Russian fishermen out in the sea catching fish encountered something very strange. They noticed that something in the water was stealing their catch. Taking a closer look, they found this gigantic squid swimming very close to their boat. The fishermen tried pulling it out of the water before deciding otherwise and letting it go back into the water. Blind lobster. This spider-like creature was spotted by an ROV at the bottom of the ocean. And also it looks like an eerie alien insect. It's actually a lobster, commonly known as blind lobster, a recently discovered species. Almost 16 inches long, they possess strange claws that open at 90 degrees with which they harpoon their prey. And even though it might look like it crept out from someone's nightmare, the creatures are harmless, and with them being thousands of meters deep in the ocean, your chances of encountering one is near zero. Mysterious skeleton. There's much more to the ocean than bizarre species of marine life. A deep-sea diver sparked intense debate online when he discovered mysterious bones. The footage captured a largely intact head and spinal column, which measured up to 100 feet in length. Now the longest fish we have in the ocean is the oarfish, thought to grow up to only 30 meters in length. And experts have ruled out sharks because the bones had no resemblance to the predators. Puzzled, the diver posted the clip online, with netizens speculating that it could be anything from the fossils of a dinosaur to an ancient serpent monster. What do you think this could be? Underwater balloon. Deep-sea submarine explorers were left speechless when they discovered a strange-looking creature 2,000 ft deep into the Indian Ocean. I don't know about you, but it looks like a living balloon with a string to me. Experts believe that the string helped to keep it anchored to the ocean floor. Many have been left stumped at how such a delicate creature could survive so deep in the ocean, with 500 times more pressure as compared to surface level. This picture of a massive spiky creature going around online was captured when a group of fishermen went out for their catch of the day and unexpectedly ended up with this giant. Finding this behemoth trapped in their fishing net, they hauled it onto their boat and inspected it from all sides, but had no clue what it could be. Although the giant seemed calm and didn't harm anyone, it's still not safe to be close to an unknown animal. Having no idea what to do with this, they released it back into the water. Now, many people think this clip was just a hoax, while others seem to believe the cryptid's existence. Don't forget to share your views on this giant. Thank you very much for watching the video. Do like it and share it with your friends. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to not miss any of the upcoming amazing videos. Thank you once again.